Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about different board games. Since it's winter and all that, you guys might get bored and have children, and sometimes it can get like pretty pricey to go out all the time and go to the movie theaters or go shopping. So there's free things to do besides just like window shopping and stuff like that. So you can get board games, and you can get them from either like Walmart, Kmart, Target, and any place like that. Or you can even go to Salvation Army, Goodwill, or anywhere like that. They have them there too. So my son got this really cute game called Pop the Pig. And here's the pig, and what you do is you put his arms down and you clasp that little belt that he has in front of his belly. And you roll this dice right here. Hold on a second. Let me get the pig in the right position. So you roll this dice right here, and it's either purple, yellow, multicolor, which means that you can pick any burger that you want to, red, or green. And then there's one with an X where if you get this, you have to skip your turn. So, let's say I roll the dice and I get a green burger. That means I can pick any green burger. There's multiple green burgers, and they have different numbers on the back of them. So this one has the number 1. So what you do is you put the burger in his mouth like that, and then you press on the top of his head only one time because you only got the number 1. So, if you roll the dice, and let's say you get purple, you grab the purple burger. There's lots of purple burgers too. And on the back, this purple burger has 3. So you put the burger in its mouth, and you pop the head 3 times. And his stomach tends to get bigger. So if you roll a yellow, you pick up a yellow burger, look at the back. It has the number 2. Put it in his... Oops. Sorry. Put it in his mouth. And 2 times. Click his head 2 times. One more time. Red burger. Number 2 on the back. Stick that in his mouth and pop it. So when you keep popping, go ahead and pop it, Kinnick.
Here.
When you keep popping the pig's head, the stomach gets bigger, bigger, and bigger. And I'll show you what happens when eventually... Keep popping his head.
CPR on the head.
This is after so many people rolled the dice and grabbed burgers. So see, after so many times of popping the pig, his buckle bursts open and his stomach bulges out, and whoever makes his buckle open up and his stomach get big like that wins the game. That's how you win. So to reset it, you pop his head one more time. See, his stomach just went in. And then you close his buckle, and you can start the belt, and you can start the game all over again. You put his arms down too, because his arms go up when his belly pops.
Yeah.
So that's the main cause of the you can put that in the back. The main cause and way you play Pop the Pig. That was a really cute game. I enjoyed it. And other games are Candyland. We really enjoy the Candyland game, and I want to try to find the original one, because I really like the original game. It's not really different, but in my opinion, and this has nothing to do with me being racist or being against any type of gender or whatever. But I don't really understand why they changed the gender and colors of certain people. Like, there's a licorice person in here, and it used to be a man. Now it's a woman, and I'm not sure what kind of candy she has now. Is it still licorice?
No.
What is it? Oh, so it's she instead of her being the licorice man, it's a girl, not a guy anymore, and she has chocolate. And then I know that the princess used to be Caucasian, and again, I'm not racist or anything, but I'm just not understanding what statement the world is trying to make. Because they changed the gender of the licorice man, changed the color of certain people, and they did that with like syrup instead of Aunt Jemima, which I loved the Aunt Jemima syrup. They made it into, what is it called now?
Huh?
The syrup?
I don't know.
I don't remember what the syrup is called now because I haven't paid attention to the syrup since they changed the name of the syrup, but it's no longer Aunt Jemima because they didn't want to supposedly make dark people upset that she was, black. And that's just ridiculous because everybody loved Aunt Jemima. And here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, there's like a factory called Quaker Oats too. And there is a guy on the front of the oatmeal box, and he's Caucasian, and they were wanting to totally take the Quaker Oats guy off of there and make it into something else, so that way there wasn't like a race issue, which is again ridiculous. My daughter also noticed that Little Mermaid, they are trying to change the race of the Little Mermaid too on the new cartoon that they're making, that they're coming out in theaters. So again, not racist because I'm not even white myself, but I just don't understand what point people are trying to make, because it shouldn't matter what color anybody is. I don't think things should be changed due to color. That's my point. So it's not that I'm mad that they changed the gender of the person on here or the color of a person. It's just I don't understand why they changed it at all, is my point. That's it. That's all I'm saying. But Candyland is a really good game. There's 4 or 5. You pick a card, and whatever color card you get, you move on the colors. So if, let's say you get orange, you move to the orange square. Let's say you get the lollipop, you move to the square that has a lollipop on it. And if you're really far in the game, like really up by the Candyland castle, and you get a lollipop and it's way back behind you, then you get way back and you get closer to becoming a loser. So it's a fun game. Here's the board and what it looks like. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's say you got the ice cream cone. So there's the ice cream cone. And then the next time you pick a card, you get like the chocolate. Then you have to move back to the chocolate. You're not as close to the castle as you were before. So that's kind of how you play this game. It's pretty easy. Here's Clue. We get kind of mixed up on how to play this. Again, I kind of like the old 80s version of this game better, so I'm going to try to find that too. But it still is pretty fun, and it's still kind of the same as the old one, but I think the old one explains how to play it a little bit better. But I always seem to almost crack the case, except for I always get one thing wrong. So I end up being a loser because I always end up getting one thing wrong. So here's Clue. The instructions are on the back and inside. And also, if you guys didn't know, there's a movie Clue, and it was in the 80s, and that movie is really good. And Apples to Apples is another really good game that we got. So you pick a card, and I'll do an example for you guys. Hold on a second. Let me open this. So you pick a green card. And as you can see, it says plucky. The definition would be adventurous, spirited, and spunky. So, you have 7 or 5 red cards to choose from when you're playing the game. What you're supposed to do is pick the card that has the closest definition to plucky. So I have cards right here. I have needle in a haystack. I have taking out the trash. I have thumb wrestling. And I have, let's see here. Tom Clancy, which is a person. So I could pick out of Tom Clancy, thumb wrestling, taking out the trash, or needle in the haystack, and pick which one best defines plunky, which is spunky to me. And mine would probably be, out of all those that I just said, thumb wrestling. And so if there's 4 other people playing and they give the card to the person who has the green card, that drew the green card, the person who drew the green card gets to pick one of the red cards that seems to them, in their opinion, gets the closest definition to the green card. And whoever gets 5 to 7 cards, green cards, first is the winner. And you can keep playing until the last person has still some red cards and doesn't have any green cards. And you can keep playing and playing and playing. And you can pick however many cards you want everyone to have. So, like, let's just say it doesn't always have to be like 5 or 7 green or red cards. That's just what me and my family do. You can pick like 10 cards or just like 3 cards. So, and you can just like allow somebody to win after they get three green cards or 10 green cards. It doesn't matter. You can play as long as you want. But it's a really cool game. I really enjoy it. So we are actually going to be collecting more board games, but we just haven't like took the time to get out and look. We also just, I mean, obviously they cost money too, but they don't cost like too much money because again, you can go to like thrift stores and stuff like that for them. But so yeah, that's what we've been doing a little bit in this winter to make time pass and for really bad snow days when you can't go anywhere. So those are just some suggestions, but if you guys know of any other good board games like Chutes and Ladders, that's one I would like to get, or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be on with another life topic. Thank you.